GLAM, Los Angeles.
Hi, Kirby. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Sarah, I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
You will get $5,000 spending money every month for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Child's tuition, both of them, paid for in full, including monthly stipends for them. So you and Matt do not have to provide it.
Love that.
New cars every 2 years.
Okay.
A pill that will keep you 38 forever.
Great.
And a magical serum that will keep your parents alive forever as well.
Oh, great.
Okay. All you have to do is recite this exact video and be the public face of this thing for the next 20 years. And when I say the public face of it, I mean billboards, I mean national commercials at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I mean all of it. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay.
It's hard to shit myself in public and not knowing what to do. Hello, Shart Survival Kit. Shart happens. Be prepared.
Yeah.
I've never even seen this.
Oh, it's for real.
The complete kit comes with the Oopsie Poopsie disposable undies, the Brown Town tissue pack, clean booty wipes, instructional care card. I sharted, now what? And then the Shart Survival bag. It says we're number 1 in number 2.
Oh my God, the image.
Okay.
Chocolate mudslide.
Fun fact, I ordered these off a TikTok shop. My first TikTok shop purchase was the Shart attack.
For me.
Well, for a lot of people, actually. I think it'd be an amazing gag gift for like white elephant. I saw this and I was crying laughing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I engaged with it on accident, but every 5 videos, it's someone talking about these Shart kits.
Oh my God. Answer is yes. Answer is yes.
But think about like your husband
Yeah.
taking you to things and they're like, you look so
Are
familiar.
you the Shart
You're the Shart girl. And you're like, no Sharts on my watch. No Shart attacks on my watch.
Seems pretty useful. And yes, sign me up.
I mean,
are they looking for an ambassador?
Literally,
Are they doing paid partnerships?
Listen, you might be getting some commission off a TikTok shop. It's called the Funny Shart Survival Kit.
So is it a gag gift or it
No,
is? But
it's real.
Oh, it's real.
And it like one of the things is Brown Town tissue pack makes me LOL. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. It's 15% off right now.
Wait, how much is it?
$33.14.
That's a little pricey.
I'm just like, someone decided that we needed a Shart kit, and now people are selling this on TikTok shop. And literally, like, I'm not kidding, videos from creators. This person has 140,000 likes.
Oh my God.
People are loving it. 180,000 likes.
I mean, Kirby knows my stories, and I have almost had to use my children's baby Bjorn potty that we keep in the front.
I cannot believe you're revealing this on
I'm
the
just saying,
internet.
that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I haven't had to use it yet.
You haven't.
But
I'm
not above it.
Listen,
I'll just tell you that.
If anybody really wanted to blackmail us, our text message chains are scary. And she knows some things and I know some things.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. That's actually what I've been thinking about. I mean, I love that we're now talking about pooping, but like as I start dating again, I'm like, how do you poop in front of a new person, or like where?
That's probably the most stressful part of the dating experience.
Okay, like I can't eat this because I don't want to be able, I don't want to wake up in the morning.
Or it's it's like you sleep over.
Oh my God.
It's like usually is your bowel movement in the morning. Do you have to get out? Or,
no, right.
Or are you bringing like a little potpourri spray?
And like a sound machine. Like what are you doing?
Turn the water on.
Totally.
Hopefully they have maybe 2 bathrooms. You could use the other
literally,
one.
I'm like, I hope this person has like a guest bath. Yeah.
Yes.
Like a half bath downstairs or something that I can just like creep out to, freshen up, and then I'll come back upstairs and they'll think I just like got ready.
Woke up like that.
Yes,
totally.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you'll have to do an unboxing.
Much to think about. I'll bring the Shart kit here for Christmas. We can unbox it together.
Can't wait.
Okay, we have a lot of news. I didn't know about this, Sarah. This is very exciting.
So I just learned about this. You can have a birthday party at Ulta, and they're specifically targeting tween and teenage girls. Very smart. So they're positioning it as like fun, beauty-themed celebration. So think of it as like you're bringing your girlfriends to like a beauty salon and you get, to play with some new makeup, but it's at Ulta, which is like so much fun. So you get guided skincare sessions, mini makeovers, there's games, giveaways. Each guest gets a party bag valued at over $100.
Wow.
And it's curated towards like younger attendees. You could do add-ons, styling services, getting braids, things like that. And the base cost is $42 per guest.
Wow.
That's
okay.
pretty good.
I feel like that's actually
when
really
you walk
good.
away with a gift bag of over $100.
And it says you can do a minimum of 4 guests. Some locations may be able to accommodate 12. You know that the Luxe Rolls Royce option will be someone's parents shutting down an Ulta after hours.
The one in Texas.
Yes. The one with the Chanel wall.
That's where Kirby's going to have her birthday party.
Yes. Yeah. So it says that guests can bring their own cake, snacks, drinks, and party wear. So it's not like Ulta will handle all.
Right.
It's not like a all-inclusive birthday situation, like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
But
you still get to, you can bring your own cake and party wear and things like that.
Great.
And then you also get 20% off as part of the birthday celebration offer. Amazing.
Smart.
You have to be at least, I read that on the website, the party planner has to be at least 21 years old. So you can't plan this like for your friend. If you're a tween, you need an adult.
Yes. And you have to be of legal drinking age, apparently. You can't be like an 18-year-old college kid planning the party.
Right.
Interesting. I wonder how this is going to play out. Do you know how long this has been around?
I honestly think it's new.
Okay.
I think that they just launched this program. I think it's really smart. But yeah, to your point, like, is it going to interfere with like the shopping experience?
Because I know that there's also a lot of conversation, especially between Sephora and Ulta, about the Sephora tween craze and like these stores being overrun with children.
Yes.
As an adult, I don't necessarily mind if I see kids there. I think it's kind of funny, but I also don't want to be like, again, a Chuck E. Cheese environment.
Sample.
Yes.
Yeah. Or like the sample is gone because they shoplifted them.
Yeah. So maybe they are sequestering them to a certain part
well,
of
I'm
the
sure,
store.
Right? Like,
but
would
I'm
it
just
be
trying to think of a
where would
layout.
it be? Like, would it be at the styling station, at the salon?
Maybe it is at the salon and you can reserve a specific time. Also, it's like, how many parties can you accommodate a day, a week? How fast are these going to fill up?
Let's see. I'm like going to sign in to book. Let's see if I can.
Oh, wow. Okay, for Zoe.
Here we go. The party is 75 to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they space it out. So you probably just have to like plan ahead.
This is going to be a core memory for some people.
Okay, so I looked on Reddit and people were talking about this and some people were like really in favor of it. Someone said, honestly, given all the misinformation for kids, teens on skincare you see on TikTok, I do really like the idea of having a fun little party to promote age-appropriate items and how to use them. And then someone said that it reminds them of the modern age Libby Lou.
I think that we were too old for Libby Lou.
Were we too old?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I think it was maybe something
like sort of like a Justice Limited to, but for beauty.
Yeah, because I think Libby Lou was after, Libby Lou is still around, I guess. Oh, it closed in 2009. It said that in August 2000.
Oh.
I'm looking just based off something that popped. Yeah, okay. It was founded in August 2000 and it closed in 2009. Yeah, so it was definitely something that was, like, we were basically phasing out of Limited to when Libby Lou.
Yeah.
And it was called Club Libby Lou.
So cute. But I think that the difference here is that, like, a 14-year-old probably wouldn't have wanted to have a birthday at Libby Lou. Like maybe Zoe would, like a 5-year-old.
Yes.
They want to have it at Ulta.
Yeah.
Like they want to shop.
If you're a tween,
what
you're
the
like,
adults are shopping.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this is very smart. I love it.
Oh my gosh. I would also then like give the birthday person like a shopping spree. You know?
Yeah.
You're like, you have 2 minutes to run around the store and put everything in your bag.
Oh my gosh, how much fun.
That would be so fun.
Speaking of tweens at beauty retailers, we'd be remiss not to mention that Sephora now has their very first teenage-focused skincare line, which has launched officially as of this past Saturday. It's called Sincerely Yours. And we got to shout out Jovi.
Our little Jovi.
Our little Jovi. You guys know her and love her. Guess what? She was on the podcast and she got a job at Sincerely Yours from that podcast. So we are looking
for
a new social media manager. if you happen to be a college senior and are looking for opportunities.
Or maybe you just graduated
Yep.
and you have some experience in social. Who doesn't at this point?
If you know how to cut a mean social video,
Yep.
and we don't have to tell you that you got a typo in your caption.
Yeah. You know what's trending, the sounds.
Come to us.
The formats, please.
We will get you a full-time job.
We will.
I mean, proof is Jovi. So Jovi is working at Sincerely Yours. It is a teen-focused skincare brand. They call it skincare for the next generation. It has a face, and her name is Salish Matter. She's 15 years old.
I was not familiar with Salish Matter.
No, me either. But she is a competitive gymnast, an internet personality. Her dad, Jordan Matter, has a YouTube presence. And then from his YouTube channel, I think she broke off and started her own. Looking into her, she averages 4 million views per video. So very influential
And
with
she
this
has
fan base.
4.5 million followers on Instagram alone.
Yes, like a very, very engaged audience. But she is 15 years old, and the brand launched with 3 core products: a cleanser, a serum mist, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen, SPF 30. It looks very cute. I actually had some cosmetic chemists when I wrote about it for my newsletter write me and say, I actually am really impressed with the formulations for this brand.
Oh, great.
I guess the brand had reached out to them prior to launch to test them and check them out. And they said they were very sophisticated, good formulas for that demographic.
Nice.
So we finally have a Sephora tween line.
We'll see if the tweens want it. That's the question.
That's the question. So that's how I ended that portion of my newsletter was, how do you want, it's a very hard market. It's a very hard market. I would love to see where this brand lands in a year. Obviously, Sephora is going to be pushing a lot of marketing towards it because it's like the first of its kind in the retailer.
Yeah.
But do teens want something that's made for their generation?
Yeah.
Or are they wanting to be a part of like the larger beauty conversation? I don't know.
It's interesting because I think in fashion, it's different, where it's like brands like Addicted or Brandy Melville, like those are very geared towards like teens, tweens, and
their taste.
And their taste, and that's what they're shopping.
Right.
They don't want to shop at, maybe they're shopping at Gap now, but like not really, you know, they're not shopping at the brands that you and I would probably shop at. And they don't necessarily want to wear the same things that their moms are wearing.
Right.
But with beauty, it's so different.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Juicy Tubes thing.
Yeah.
Lancome made a Juicy Tube, which catered to a younger demographic, but then our mothers were using the mascara and, you know, the makeup remover.
Yeah.
So we felt like we were adult.
Yeah.
But then again, I use Clearasil.
Right.
And Clean and Clear.
And like hard candy. I don't think like my mom was using hard candy at
Right.
all. So
But I also didn't feel like those brands were like actually catering to us. It was just what was available and fun at the drugstore or the Target or Walmart or wherever. And I needed something to help with my acne.
Totally. And it was not as oversaturated as it is now.
Right.
And also with social media and all these influencers and creators and celebrities using these other brands, obviously, like that's influencing them. So I don't know. It's we'll see.
We will see. We'll have to do a check-in in a year.
It looks very cute.
It does. I think the one really smart thing they did is their serum mist that they have looks like a Touchland hand sanitizer.
Oh.
The way that the packaging is and the way it
Cute.
spritz. So it's not a pump that you would put on. It's literally something you spray on.
Love.
So I think that they were smart to like go that angle because apparently Touchland. Remember how when Touchland sold, we were like, is this like really that big of a brand? Yes, because
Huge
the
deal.
children are obsessed with it.
Oh my gosh, huge deal.
They have them on their backpacks.
Have they done any paid partnerships with like tween creators?
No, I haven't seen any yet. I think Salish is, for
Doing
instance,
most of
this
it.
past Saturday, Salish went to American Dream Mall in New Jersey. I think they're really banking on her, obviously. And it's hard to launch a brand these days without a face, without an expert or a celebrity or an influencer of some sort. So it was smart that they partnered with her.
Yeah, I wonder like what influencers they invited to this event. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And I know because when you see Salish's videos, she looks so young to me.
So young.
And even the campaign imagery, I'm like,
she's a baby.
She
mean,
might
to
be
us,
15,
she's, you know, yeah.
but
I'm not
she
saying
looks
that
like
in-
a child. She
Yes.
looks like a child.
Because
You know, she
she's-
is. She is. I mean, she's still a child.
Yeah, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how this is covered and how people.
yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just going to be like the tween brand. And
Maybe. Yeah, maybe they are the ones who finally cracked the code on it.
Interesting.
Cool.
Okay. Love that.
Okay. Okay. We have some other news that I feel like I've been seeing all over the internets. The EU has recently banned TPO, which is a common gel nail polish ingredient. So, of course, this like made every headline and fed into all the fear mongering that we see on social media where everyone was like, I knew it. Gel manicures are bad. It causes infertility, all these things. Marcy Robin, our friend, she writes for Allure, wrote a story and was like, no.
She goes, this is why I'm still getting gel manicures. And I said, I am seated. And I would have read this story, but I like watching Marcy more than I like reading, actually. So it was a very informative video. What did she say?
So basically, like, the too long didn't read of it is like, yes, they are banning TPO, but they're not banning gel manicures or gel polish as a whole. It's this specific ingredient, which is a photo initiator used to cure gel polish under UV or LED light. So the ban took immediate effect on September 1st, making it illegal to sell or use any gel polish formulations containing TPO across all EU member states. So again, like gel manicures themselves are not being banned.
I, of course, went to my girl nail job, Fariha Ali, and I said, I need your thoughts on this. And she said, yes, people have been messaging me. Obvi, I looked into it. So a lot of the good gels that are at high-end salons or independent nail artists who do nail art already mostly use brands that are TPO free.
Okay.
I checked in the base and builder I literally use on everyone. They use a different kind of photo initiator, and basically all the Korean and Japanese brands I use do as well. I was just sitting with a friend and double checking all the major products we use and discussing the board meeting frenzy that's happening with companies that are no longer compliant. And I just was like, okay, so do I need to worry?
Yeah.
And she said, not really. I honestly think that all the companies are going to phase that ingredient out as soon as possible since there are already alternatives out there. So chances are if you are going to a nail salon and getting your nails done, you are probably using a TPO-free gel, according to Fariha. Of course, if you are like really worried about this, look into it.
Yeah.
But I think Marcy actually makes a really great point when it comes to the EU versus the United States. She said that the EU tends to operate based on somebody she interviewed on a risk-based.
Yes, like an abundance of caution, they usually act. Versus us.
Well, they say that the EU operates on a risk basis. The United States operates on a hazard basis.
Okay.
So,
hi, it's Kirby. I am chiming in because I actually flipped these. So the EU operates on a hazard basis. The United States operates on a risk basis. What I was trying to say remains the same in that if there is a even minor possibility of any type of issue, that's how the EU operates, but the United States operates on like verified and actually reported risks. Just wanted to clarify that.
The EU is like, we've banned jet fuel in your skincare when like jet fuel contamination and adding jet fuel to your skincare is like literally slim to none.
How many ingredients was it where people
they banned like 1,300 ingredients.
And you're like, none of those were ever in the products that I was using.
Do you want
anyways.
a pat on the back? Like these were never going to be in our products anyways, but you just put them in there to what? Like puff your chest out?
Exactly.
So I think that's why there's so much frenzy and concern because of the EU and their stance on the risk versus hazard.
Yeah.
The only concern I have when it comes to gel nail polish is just making sure my hands don't get
too
much exposure.
And that I don't develop an allergy to them.
Right, exactly. Like making sure that they are completely cured before moving on to the next step.
Right.
I think that if you're listening to this podcast, you probably take a lot of the fear mongering with a grain of salt anyways.
Yes.
You know, that's how we operate. And Allure has a very strenuous fact-checking policy. So we're going to link Marcy's video because I thought she did a great job. Also, her story, like support Allure's website. Go read it because she did work hard on it. But Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
personally not freaking out right now.
Yeah, she says here, so to sum up, what Kirby was saying, what we were saying, so gel polishes containing TPO will likely continue being available in the US, but that does not mean those who get gel manicures and those who provide them need to panic. The experts we spoke to believe it's unlikely that a harmful concentration of TPO would ever get into the bloodstream when used as intended, as in not eating it.
Oh,
So
right, because
even-
the testing was on animals
Yes.
that were ingesting it.
Yes.
This is the
Literally-
majority
yes.
of the problems we
Yes,
have.
yes.
When they're like, it gave this rat
Yeah.
breast cancer.
Yeah.
And you're like, because you
They
fed
ate,
it.
They ate it.
You ate
and
it.
they're also like this small. Yeah. So I always get questions about it, especially when people are pregnant. And
Mhm.
I still got gel manicures when I was pregnant with both. Well, maybe not with Zoe because that was during COVID, but with Kate, it was like I feel safe. Like I'm going to someone I trust. It did not affect my fertility. I trust the experts, and all the experts told me it was safe.
I just think people want to feel like they have control of something. And
Mhm.
especially when you're pregnant and if you're trying to get pregnant, there's so
Yes.
many factors as to how a woman can or cannot get pregnant. So
100%.
you're thinking like, okay, if this is even a chance,
Yes.
I don't
I'm
want to
going to
risk
cut it out.
it.
Right.
Which is why a lot of this fear mongering upsets me.
Yes.
Because it's like, there are women out there that truly believe that they can't get pregnant because of gel
Yeah.
manicures.
Right. Or because of chemical sunscreens.
Right,
Or
right.
things like
and that,
that.
really is upsetting to me because it
Yeah.
really does hit women and minorities the most.
Mhm.
So I will continue.
Yeah. If
And-
you go somewhere where, you trust them, it's clean, if you do care about what polish they're using, ask the questions. I do feel like sometimes there's not a lot of communication if you're going to specific salons where you don't feel comfortable, but just ask. Just
Yeah.
ask, look it up. We all have, Google now. Everyone just needs to take a deep breath and it's going to be okay.
Yes. And I'm very grateful that Allure
Yes.
was really quick with it
Yes.
because it was a
Thank
very
you,
important
Allure.
article. Thank you, Allure and
Thank
Marcy.
you, Marcy.
Okay, we've been getting asked a lot about this. This
taking
is
a
a
deep
doozy.
breath.
Deep breath. We almost covered this when it initially came out, but we had not heard from one of the parties involved, and we didn't feel like that was a fair thing to do.
Mhm.
I will say this, we still haven't heard from that party despite
Oh,
outreach.
You reached out for comment.
Yes, we did. So we're going to talk about it. Sonya Dakar is a longtime esthetician based in Beverly Hills. When I first learned about her early in my career, she was known for doing Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
And even at Pop Sugar, I went and filmed a video at her
Mhm.
salon on the corner of Little Santa Monica.
Right. I was going to say, if you're ever driving through Beverly Hills, you know exactly where Sonya Dakar's clinic is. It's right smack dab in the middle.
Totally. So a woman by the name of Victoria Nelson posted a TikTok video about 2 weeks ago at this point and explained that she went in to see Sonya Dakar, a woman who she considered a mom in LA,
Mhm.
that Sonya helped her clear her acne. And she, I think, went to go see her for the first time in 2019.
Mhm.
Had been seeing her, cleared her acne, was using her products, true believer in her. And then she went in for a routine facial with Sonya, and Sonya said she was going to administer a peel. I asked Victoria this because I interviewed her, like, why did she say she was going to give you this peel? Victoria said that she did not, there was no real explanation. It wasn't
Yeah.
like, you have this and we need to clear this up.
Right.
It was just
It's
like,
why don't we try a peel?
why don't we try a peel? And she had gotten peels with Sonya before, which, of course, when you get a peel, there's a little bite,
Mhm.
nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But it seemed routine.
Mm-hmm.
So Sonya administered the peel to Victoria, and Victoria said that she felt like she was in pain.
Yeah.
And at one point, a little bit dropped on her eyebrow, and it was
And almost got into her eye.
yes, almost got into her eye. And because of that, she teared up, and it basically moved the peel
Yeah.
down her face. There was also drops of it here, and then on her forehead.
So she said right after Sonya applied it, she took her phone and looked at her face, right?
Yes.
Took a picture.
And I confirmed the metadata on the photo.
Yeah.
It is from what she says, April 4th, 2021. She is at that
Yeah.
location
Yeah.
of Sonya's spa. So she tells Sonya,
I love Kirby's court / investigative Kirby.
watch out, Judge Judy.
Kirby's
Watch out,
court.
Judge Judy. Kirby's court's in
I-
session.
I looked at the metadata.
I looked at the metadata. So she tells Sonya that this hurts.
Yeah.
and she takes it off. And she snapped a photo to send to her friends. And she said that she thought that the white spots on her face were cream or lotion.
Yeah.
But that was her skin.
Yep.
She left, and listen, I'm not going to judge anybody, but she did not go
to a
a dermatologist. She did not go to the
Urgent
emergency
care,
room.
whatever. Yeah.
Nothing. But she has explained to me, at least, that she trusted Sonia implicitly.
Yeah.
She had no reason to believe that she would do anything to be detrimental to her skin, given she had cleared up her acne.
Right.
And that Sonia didn't say, hey, you need to go see a specialist right now. Like, this did not work out the way I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, she spent about 40 grand going back to Sonia to fix her skin. And her skin, she not only had these burns that were scabbing over and healing, but she eventually had hypopigmentation.
Yeah.
And she has some skin missing from like her forehead area. There is severe damage done to her face. She was going back to see Sonia, and Sonia was charging her to essentially, quote unquote, fix her skin by administering microneedling treatments, which in the state of California, you cannot, as an esthetician, administer microneedling unless you were under the supervision of a medical professional. So I have a few questions, namely, what type of peel was Sonia administering?
Yes.
If you read the comments from other estheticians, they believe it was a TCA peel, which is like a very, very high concentration peel that
only like doctors and dermatologists have access to.
Yes, pretty
much. And when would
much.
they even use it?
If you're trying to resurface your skin, and you have to be very specific with it. If you look at Victoria's skin and what she says in her video, which again, this is all alleged, she said that there was just like droplets of it everywhere.
Right. Like it wasn't with a brush applied evenly, thinly across the face.
Right. So I want to know what type of peel Sonia was administering to Victoria and why she felt the need to use that peel.
And had she ever used it before on previous clients?
Right. Was she under medical supervision to administer microneedling on her clients? And then a third thing, which I think is important to note. So a lot of people are asking her why she hasn't sued the daylights out of Sonya Dakar. And she hasn't really responded to that. But if you look up Victoria and Sonya Dakar, there is a complaint that was filed last March from Victoria against Sonya and her clinic, basically saying it was medical malpractice. In May of 2024, that complaint was dismissed with prejudice, which means that it's over and done with once and for all, and it cannot be brought back to court. And I spoke to a few attorneys and was asking, what does with prejudice mean if you're dismissing a claim that you filed? And they said either both parties came to an agreement, somebody settled, that's it. I reached out to Victoria to ask her about the status of this complaint and why she decided to dismiss it after all of this. And she said she couldn't speak on it right now. So I have a million questions. Like, if you did get this dismissed and then you were maybe paid and you said, why bring this up again? Surely there were some kind of contractual agreement
that
prohibits
said that you could not. Yeah. I feel like what happened was she just started to see a lot of people, younger people, posting about going to Sonia's clinic again on social media, and like just felt she owed it to them to warn them, but it does violate the settlement.
I mean, we don't know though. We don't know, because the settlement, they could have left it out. Right. So we don't know these things, but those are like the three outstanding questions I have. If there was a settlement, why was she able to talk about it now? Why did she dismiss the original complaint last year?
Right.
I know that when
was it May?
Yes.
Okay.
May
so
of
do you
last
think
year.
Like she had to wait like a year or something? I don't know. There's like so many questions.
Right. Also, she had mentioned to me that when this happened to her, she was in a legal battle with an ex-boyfriend.
Right.
And so she was just like, I cannot have another thing.
Yes.
She also said that she just believed that Sonia was going to help heal her skin, but then it became very apparent that like this was a permanent problem.
And then she finally went to a dermatologist.
That's kind of when she was like, okay, so I guess this is not going to be fixed with like microneedling.
Yeah.
She eventually spent an additional 20 grand, she says, on outside treatments to help with her skin and stop seeing Sonia, I believe, at the beginning of 2023.
Yeah.
Now, Sonia has a history of legal
Workplace
discourse.
workplace discrimination and other lawsuits.
Yes. So in 2020, 2 former employees filed a discrimination lawsuit in LA against Sonia and her company with allegations of racism and homophobia and other workplace violations. And they reached a tentative settlement last year in August. Prior to this, one of the biggest headlines about Sonia was in 2008. She was disciplined by the state board after she bit an inspector during her routine visit. Yes, bit. She bit the inspector, okay? And she got taken to jail and she got released on $20,000 bail, according to TMZ. And initially, she said she was not guilty of these things. However, she was disciplined by the board and they were going to revoke her license. And according to a court document that I looked at, it says that she did agree and admitted to all the allegations brought against her, and she was offered probationary terms in order to reinstate her license. Now, a lot of people were like, when Victoria made this video and she screenshotted Sonia's license, it was delinquent.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, I think, misinterpreted that. Delinquent does not mean it was revoked. It just means that she essentially did not pay dues to be kept current.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't canceled either. Since then, it has been brought up to current status. But if you go and look at her license, it does have, she has prior discipline on her record. I've reached out to the board to get more information. If you have ever reached out to the California State Board, you know that they are not very forthcoming with information and very slow to get back to you, which is unfortunate. But I haven't heard anything else. If you go to Sonia's Yelp, they have put in a essentially media advisory because so many people are visiting the page and giving poor reviews based off of Victoria's video. And Yelp, of course, is a place where you go give reviews of places you've actually been. It's not a place for you to go and like gossip about something you saw on the internet. So they have made a little disclaimer.
Unusual activity alert.
Yes. Sonya Dakar and her company and her team have not said anything about this situation. I think they're going to have to at some point. We need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because this is her livelihood. It doesn't matter what I've heard from a variety of people in the industry. At the end of the day, this is between her and Victoria. And I would never step foot in her spa having seen Victoria's face.
No.
If it's something that you can see on an Instagram video where you can put a Paris filter, you can blur your camera lens, but you can still see indentations on her face.
Yeah.
And she's showing you the hypopigmentation. A lot of people feel for her.
Yeah. No, definitely. I feel so sad for her. But I will also say, when people were sending us this video, I wasn't surprised. Kirby and I have been in LA in beauty for a very long time. We have heard many stories. She doesn't have the best reputation, obviously, even just based on these other allegations and lawsuits.
This is almost a come to Jesus, if you will, for Sonia, because like we have just mentioned, her reputation precedes her. That's all we know about this. But again, what was the peel? Why is she supposed to be even administering that peel? If you're microneedling, where is your medical professional? And lastly, I want to know why Victoria dismissed with prejudice and what happened there. Because I do think like if you're going to say all these things and then there is just a glaring what if and like what happened here on her side that I need more information about.
Right.
And she did say that she's been instructed by her legal team not to say anything, which I get. So I am waiting on that. But I do think it's important to bring up because I would think that if this happened to me, I would not be dismissing for any reason.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So I'm curious what happened there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Last thing I guess we can just shout out is Rhode finally is in Sephora. And oh my God, like they really went all out. I got told that the big Sephora that they did the launch at where they, dragged down the big curtain. So cute that it was pillaged and completely gone in 45 minutes after 2 restocks.
Wow. Wow.
But then we have people in our Slack group that are like untouched. So I'm like, where are you? Like, where are you based?
Yeah.
But I was messaging with a contact at Sephora and asked them, is it in every Sephora? And it is. It's in every Sephora.
Amazing. I was speaking to Kelsey, who's at Rhode, and she was saying, because I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Like, and it's like a full wall or whatever you would call it, gondola. Like it's, I don't know. I haven't been to a Sephora to see where it is. And she said that they really wanted to make it feel like you were at their pop-ups.
Yes.
Like it's a very special, very intentional design, but I think it looks beautiful.
I think that there are probably brands that are jealous and pissed at how much
attention
and also not even attention, but how much Sephora has put into this.
Yeah. I mean,
however,
the drop was like, I was like,
no. And also
someone is the favorite child.
No, even the gondola. I mean, like some of these brands would die to have a gondola like this with a mirror in the middle. You know what I mean? And then also a little setup at the front of the store too. Yeah. Like there's so many touch points for Rhode in the store. However, I do want to say, I think that this is going to benefit all of these Sephora brands
100%.
So
much more foot traffic.
And whoever is flanking the Rhode section.
Oh, lucky day.
I hope that you are sleeping well because you will get some kind of.
Right. It's not like, if you think about it as like competition, yes, of course. But like, I think you're right. Like people will then be more introduced to your brand. Maybe they've never heard of it. They're more likely to pick it up and swatch and sample. So I think it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I still need to go check it out. I want to go see it IRL. But yeah. Congratulations to Haley and the Rhode team. Big deal. Big deal. Let us know.
Swag 2.
Oh, Swag 2. Swag 2 is like Barbie.
It's super cute.
And Swag 1 is like Oppenheimer.
Oh, yes. Totally. The pink. Yes. Yeah.
Very
really cute.
Welcome back, Michael Jackson. No, there's the one. Have you listened?
Yes, I have. No.
There's one song that I'm like.
Also, I was like.
Justin MJ Bieber. Here we are.